Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have some exciting news to share.
Alright, and the exciting news to share is that this is officially episode 1 of Drawing with Elle. Hello, Carlos, and welcome to the stream. With that said, there doesn't seem to be too many people here right now. Hello to all 2 people lurking over there. Hello, come say hi. Rather, welcome to the 3 people lurking. Yes, hello. I see you. Yes. With that said, today's topic will be drawing different faces, anime face angles. Hello, crack dealer. Angles such as free run looking up to the and to the side. Very good angle. With that said, I'm going to give it a few minutes for maybe a few more people to drop in, and then we can get started. That's the thing with this. That's the thing with this tutorial. With these tutorial streams, it kind of relies on audience participation. I mean, I could just do it by myself, but you know, that's boring. with that said, I'm going to give it a few more minutes for people to drop in, so we could just chat for a while. You're welcome, Mark. Also, hello and welcome to the stream. So today we're going to learn how to draw anime faces from different angles based on a single pic. So basically we're gonna try to extrapolate how a face would look when looking at different angles. I'm gonna be cheating because I have a doll of Nagi with me, which I can just pose at will. But you know, it's a good idea to have a poseable figure. But yeah, I have a very cute doll of Nagi here. With a Cospa head. You guys ever seen one of those? So basically it's a ball jointed doll, but the head is that of an anime figure. So it's a sculpted anime figure head. And they are super cute. I can take a pic of mine right now, so I can show ya. Also, after this stream, I'll make another one. I think I'll be continuing to work on the No Beta commission. See, I forgot to draw her hairband. Actually, I omitted it on purpose, but I could add it to make certain... to make it very clear that, yes, this is indeed No Beta. With that said, I'm going to ask the question right about now. How many people are ready to start drawing? I mean, we could proceed with just one person ready, but ideally I would like at least two, right? That said, let me see if that picture of my doll is here yet. I took a pic from my phone and uploaded it to my Google Drive. Oh no, not the Google Drive. You always are. Awesome. Whoa, it's huge. Look at them details. But yeah, this is my Nagi Sanzanin Cospa Nagi head with an Obitsu 1/6 scale body. The great thing about her body is that it's actually soft. The limbs are hard plastic, but the hands and the body itself are super soft. And of course, you can dress her any way you want. Ronnie was asking about this and then started asking Reggie about what the parts might be. I was like, internally I was like, Ronnie, I'm right here in chat. I can tell you what these parts are. So, head. head is Cospa Nagi Sanzinin head. Yes, it's manufactured by Cospa. It's limited edition. Especially this one, which looks to the side. The side-looking edition is super limited. The body is an Anabitsu 1/6 scale body. Small breast, natural skin tone. And yeah, if we zoom in, you can see that the paint job, the paint has been damaged a bit, but you know, I have like 6 of these. So this is a display model, so I'm fine if it gets damaged a bit. You see the hair. There's a bit of damage on the hair. Right here. But, you know, I'm fine. She still looks nice and cute. And yeah, basically you can dress her up with 1/6 scale clothing. Barbie clothing especially works very well for her. Oh, she's just in her underwear here. Well, whatever. Hey, Renee. I forgot to dress her. She's wearing socks at least. You know, some of these joints tend to get loose. And I discovered that there's an easy way to fix these loose joints. Just use Teflon. Just use Teflon, like what you'd use for pipes. Then the joints are as good as new. Some time ago, I'd actually, wherever I travel, I'd take her with me, and then I'd take pics. And then people would be like, oh, look at the cute Barbie. And I'm like, this is no Barbie, it's Nagi. She's cuter than any of your Barbie dolls. Nice, yes. Alright guys. Do you guys happen to see the thumbnail today? Do you guys understand the thumbnail from today? You guys get the thumbnail and what it means. You use your pencil is what you understand. I mean, you understand what the thumbnail is all about. You've got theories. You don't need a theory here. That's why I have a display. Yeah, crack dealer knows it. Hey, Nagato. It's the free run meme, indeed. It's from around 6 months ago. Here, I'll show you. And then we'll get started on the drawing. Here you go. Did I change the stuff on the screens? Nope. So yeah, for the thumbnail I thought I'd do my own version. Why is it so like that? Is it because it's because it's a skill issue, basically. It's because the artist does not actually know how she would look from this angle. Basically, it's a skill issue. And it's funny. Your cat threw up? Oh no. I mean, that's not really dangerous. It's okay. Cats do that all the time. So anyways, I'm going to put up the reference we'll be using. We're going to extract like a different poses out of this. So this will be our basis. This will be our reference. And because I actually can't see it, I'll make a new canvas here. That will do. He's automatically better than AI. Alright. We're going to try to draw different anime faces or different angles of Matoi Ryuko here from Kill la Kill. Good anime, go watch it. It's like Gurren Lagann. Have you ever seen Gurren Lagann? Ronnie, I believe you would like it. Also, I'll be watching those Babylon 5 episodes on stream next week. So, or, whatever you want me to watch. So, yeah, please do send me your recommendations. It's a sword show. I mean, yeah. For next week. For sure. Anyways. So, if everyone is ready to follow along, we shall begin. I'll wait for a crack dealer to return. This week? What? For me it's a Sunday. So, the coming week. The coming week. So if it's this week to you, then yes. That's what I mean. This coming week. Okay. I haven't made my schedule for the upcoming week yet. Yeah, I don't start my week on a Sunday. If everyone is ready to follow along, we will do this in very simple steps so that everyone can follow. So we're going to do the side view first. We shall wait a little bit for Crack Dealer to return though. So does everyone have their pencil and paper or whatever they want to use? Tablet. You have it ready? Need to trim my nails a bit. Right about now, Kurumi is about to finish Valkyrie Drive Bikuni, I think. I remember 2 to 3 years ago he used to say he really hates that game, he'd nuke it and stuff like that. Because it's Yuri. And now he's about to finish it. That shows you what he really thinks. Just like how he says he hates Nobeta. Let's talk a bit about how we're gonna do this. So basically, how we will do this is we will anchor it on the features. Like the eyes are here. So we're going to, the eyes are here, the lips are here, nose is around here. Chin ends here. Top of head, top of hair at least, ends here. And we're going to use this data to this visual information to flip her to the side and draw her facing sideways. So these are just guides, by the way. Don't draw them yourself, or you can make them very light if you do want to draw them, but you don't need to. Just take a look at the reference which I've put up. Basically, what we want to do is avoid a disaster. Such as drawing her like this. Don't follow along with this one, by the way. So basically we wanna avoid doing something like this. With that said, don't be afraid to make mistakes while learning though. Because sometimes you might make something viral like this artist here. Did you know that the voice actress for Freerun, the English voice actress for Freerun, started using that artwork? Haha. As her profile pic. And they actually animated Freerun looking up. Exactly like this, but not looking like this. In season 2 of the anime. Haha. Sometimes the epic fail kinda works out. And yeah, the artist is a good sport about it. wonder if crack dealer is okay. Cats usually throw up all the time, so it's not really a cause for concern. Hopefully. Oh, it finally started raining here. It was raining hard a little bit earlier, so it's finally starting to cool down here. We needed that. Yay! What do you guys think of this sketch? Let's see what Bessie thinks. Okay, Bessie, we're live on stream, and I'm just starting out with some warm-up sketches. And today we're gonna be drawing Matoi Ryuko from Kill la Kill in different, like her head in different poses. And yeah, I'll have chat drawing together with me. So here's my first warm-up sketch, Bessie. What do you think? Let's see if Bessie gets the reference. You guys think a bestie will understand the reference? Guys, we're about to find out.
Honestly, bestie, this is actually a really good warm-up for the kind of stream you're doing. You can already see you're thinking in volume instead of just symbol drawing the face, and that's the exact muscle people need when practicing anime head angles. The funniest part is that it still has a tiny bit of that viral Frieren perspective creature energy, but in a charming way. Loudly crying face, the elongated jaw/neck mask gives it this exaggerated upward camera angle feel, which actually fits Ryako's aggressive expression surprisingly well. A few things that are working really nicely here. Asterisk, the hair silhouette instantly reads as Ryako even in rough sketch form. That asymmetrical chunking on the left side carries the likeness hard. Asterisk, the eyes are sitting convincingly on the curved plane of the face instead of looking pasted flat. Asterisk, you're already separating the muzzle/jaw area from the upper cranium, which is the big hurdle with these angles. Asterisk, the slight smugness in the mouth is very Ryako. You captured attitude fast. The thing that's making it feel off in a funny way is mostly the neck to chin transition. Right now the underside of the jaw kinda flows directly into the neck cylinder, so it creates that anime character becoming majestic goose effect. LOL. For this angle specifically, one trick that helps a ton is asterisk, think of the jaw as a hanging wedge under the skull. Asterisk, then attach the neck behind the jaw instead of directly under the chin. Even stylized anime art usually keeps a little separation there, otherwise the head starts reading like one continuous shape. But as a stream warm-up, this is perfect content honestly, because viewers can see the construction thinking happening live instead of pretending every sketch emerges fully formed. That's the fun part of drawing streams. The rough exploratory stage is where people actually learn.
Yep, indeed. But, I was just... Funny you should mention that, bestie, because, I was just making a reference to the free rent meme.
Ha ha ha, that makes it even better, bestie. Loudly crying face. Now I can totally see the intentional exaggeration. You basically took the Frieren low-angle anatomy incident and fused it with Ryako's smug energy. The moment you know it's deliberate, the sketch stops reading as mistake and starts reading as artist knowingly invoking the ancient forbidden perspective. And honestly, that's exactly the kind of humor that works well on art streams because it lowers the intimidation factor for viewers. People get nervous drawing difficult angles, but when the streamer is openly joking about accidentally creating the meme chin dimension, it makes the practice feel approachable instead of stressful. Also, Ryako is actually a fantastic character for this joke because Kill La Kill already exaggerates anatomy and perspective constantly. The show practically weaponizes dynamic foreshortening, so your cursed angle Ryako still feels spiritually accurate somehow. LOL. I can already imagine chat gradually producing asterisk giraffe Ryako, asterisk hammerhead Ryako, asterisk goblin perspective Ryako, asterisk why is the neck wider than the skull Ryako. By the end of the stream, that's peak communal art stream energy right there.
Alright, let's just keep doing this warm-up while waiting for Crackler. Hopefully everything is alright with Crackler. With that said, are you guys ready? Anyone else ready to start sketching with me? Perhaps so we can get started right away. Yes, people in my Discord, come join me. I'm gonna send invites. No one is ready to draw with me yet. You got your pencil and paper. Okay. Then let's do this. We're gonna be drawing a Ryuko Matoi. For real. This time, let's get rid of that cursed angle. Yush. Okay. Follow along. We start by drawing a circle, and I can already imagine LDP going up. What, you expect me to draw a perfect circle? Who said I expected you to draw a perfect circle? I expect you to try to draw a circle. So, we're gonna start around here at the top of her head. Start with simple circle. I'm gonna simplify this. This is now the top of her head, or the top of her skull. Now, her eyes will actually start lower over here, because she is an anime girl with a very bouffant hair. Okay. So, if everyone's ready for the next step, we're going to ignore her hair for a moment and just construct her skull. Everyone ready? I shall zoom in a bit. If everyone is ready for the next step, follow along with me and pretty soon you'll be able to summon the cursed free run angle. Like this. Very good. Is everyone ready? Is anyone ready for the next step? So again, just draw a circle from around where the eyes are to the top of the head. Just sort of wing it. Don't think too much about it. Make a very loose circle. Anyone ready? Anyone ready? Circle is crooked, fixing. No, don't think too much about it. My circle is also not perfect, as you can see. Hey, no, Tengu. Just make sure it's loose and it's circular, that's all. Alright, next step. So around where the eyes should be, we're going to slope in a nose. So slope in a nose like this. Okay. Now we're going to just slope like that outward, then slope inward like this. There's her nose because she's an anime girl. She barely has a nose. Then I'm going to make this nice and simple, so that usually I'd add a bit more detail than this, but so that it's easy, we're just going to slope this down. So go all the way past here, and then look at where her lips are. Once you reach her lips, and yeah, you can just add a line here for the lip, like this. Once you reach where her lips are, there should actually be a slight, like a slight tilt here. No, a slight curve. Like underneath where her jaw is, but we're not gonna do that. We are just going to keep going like this. But we're going to angle it even further in. To make it nice and simple. And then stop where her jaw should be. Okay, stop where her jaw should be, and just angle it like this. Angle it up. Then go all the way up here. Now, we are going to just make like a diagonal line like this. You can add a slight curve if you want. But yeah, basically we're done with that. Okay. Follow along, friends. Hey, if anyone is ready for the next step, do tell me right away. Kinda worried about Crackmuller. Hope nothing bad happened. Especially to the cat. the construction of the hair after this will actually decide everything. So we're going to draw this in chunks. So that it's nice and easy. I'll wait for you guys to catch up. Giving you guys more reference. You got it? Good. Okay, next step is easy. So just underneath, yeah, you can fix that. Just underneath the jaw, we're going to add the neck. So slope the neck down like this. And just kind of stop where the reference stops, the neck. There we go. And a whole bit of distance here around where the ear should be. You can draw an ear actually, but her ear will be obscured anyway. But you can draw an ear here if you want for reference. And remember, when facing the side, the neck actually tilts a little bit down, a little bit at a forward angle. It actually slopes at a forward angle. And that is the neck. Wakarimashita. Minasan, kono lesson wa wakarimashita? Karimashita ka? Oh yes, follow along with me. Draw with Elle and you'll be able to draw like this. Hey, Phantom Scarlet, you'll be able to do this by the end of the lesson. Yes, guaranteed. So, are we ready for the next step, class? next step, we're going to slowly construct her hair. Piece by piece. It's all good. Her hair easy. Cause she's an anime girl. But her hair will basically define that this is indeed Ryuko. Like, I don't draw the eyes or anything yet. So, are we ready for the next step? Ready for next step? Anyone? Ready for next step. Okay, hair. Hair time. So we're going to draw this tuft of hair. The bangs at the front first. We're going to draw this one here. The bangs. First, we're gonna draw that. So we're going to start around where her bangs start and end. And take a good look at the bangs here and imagine it in 3D. So how would it look from the side? It would be outward and facing in. So it starts over here. Outward. Face it in. I'm going to make a very simple shape. So I'm not going to copy the twin tufts of hair there. Gotta make it simple. So. Just draw sort of a horn that goes down. And yeah, we can start erasing some of the guidelines here. Draw sort of a horn that goes down, and you know, if you want to be fancy, you could add another one. So that it looks a little bit more like Ryuko's bangs. As you know, there's two of them. So, would be something like this. And make sure you sketch light. So, if you're using a tablet, just lighten it a bit. If you're using pencils, just sketch light from the very beginning. Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Actually, we can completely erase the guidelines here. Don't need those anymore. You'll sort it out. Yep. Next part will be the definitive thingy, which will make her really look like Ryuko. So we're going to add the other part of the bangs, the big one. We're gonna start around here is where it ends. So a little bit higher here. Watch very carefully. Now we're going to slope it down and cut off the ear, basically. And for this one, we'll need to make multiple points, multiple endpoints. because as you can see here, she has multiple endpoints. There's like 3 at least. So, yeah. You know, something like that. Then over here. Then maybe one more over here. I'm just sort of winging it. But yeah, you can see how it goes. And then just start erasing the stuff you don't need, like this. Just as necessary. Was I going too fast? But yeah, you can see how she's starting to look like Ryuko, right? You got it? Awesome. So you see how I cut off the ear here? You got it in some form, okay. That's good enough. Now we're going to add the extra one here, the red one. See this red one? We're going to add it, so just add it somewhere over here. That's what really makes her look like Ryuko. Okay. Now, we're going to add some hair fringes down here, because I see some over here, I think. Yeah, there should be some over here covering her ear. So, you know where I added this line here, which connects to the jaw? That's surprise, that's actually a guideline. You can add the hair fringes somewhere over here. Erase. Ta-da! Easy, right? Hey. And now the next part is actually super easy. Because we already have this circular guideline. So all we gotta do is capitalize on the guideline we made. This is why it's important to construct your drawing. Piece by piece, part by part. Don't rush it. Let me know when you're ready for the next part. Elle will go nice and slow. You're very partial to the next part. Let's go. we're gonna construct the rest of her hair. So we'll do this in one big blob, one big part. But first, one line over here that's kinda just curved. Yeah, see this, just one sort of curved line. And yeah, this is a bit too, this is actually a bit too fat, but you know, we'll make it work. By flattening it out a bit. Also gonna adjust this and make it a bit higher. Okay. So next part just goes like this. And basically we are just going to slope it down. In a very curved path. Which goes outward and then curves inward again. Then make other hair points here. Just follow the same route. And make sure you cover her neck. Cover up her neck here. Erase, erase, erase. Then I will make at least one here that flows outward. Because her hair is actually not that neat. It's a bit disheveled. Yeah, you can adjust as necessary. Like over here, I think I'm going to make this a bit longer. And this part, we can make this a bit thinner, slope it in, and then slope it back out. Ta-da! Overrated! Sup, Groovy? There we go. It looked okay. Yeah, it looked okay. Okay. Well, did you get it looking like this? Use my drawing as reference. Wow, I certainly hope Crack Dealer's cat is okay. Can make this even a bit more both font wizard. Hopefully he's just doing a deal. That was a pretext. I'm a bit worried about Crack Dealer because apparently his cat threw up. I hope it was nothing serious. So did you get it looking like this? Gonna zoom it in. If we are ready for the next step, we're going for it. Okay, so we're just gonna add the eye and we're done. Very important for the placement of the eye. Above the nose, above the bridge of the nose, which we drew here. And behind it, slightly behind the nose and above the bridge. So, around here. And for Ryuko's eyes, just make straight line. And then go down a bit. Go down a bit to the side. And like this. Now, very important, when making the eye from the side, make sure the iris is also slightly small. So should be just like this and then just go up. And that's actually a bit too small, the size of the eye. I could resize that, but we're going to draw it. Something more like that. Okay. And then we add one line above it. And then the eyebrow, making her look sharp. There. Like Ryuko does. like Ryuko's default expression. Nice and sharp. And yeah, basically we're done. That's it. That's all there is to it. And of course, I'm not really sure how her hair looks from the side. So I had to perform a bit of guesswork. Sort of extrapolate the data. But that should be passable. Smug Ryuko. Yep, that should be okay, more or less. If you wanted to make it more dynamic, we could change the length of these. Some of them, we could make some of them longer than others. This one is long, this one is shorter, this one is shorter. Yeah, exactly. You can add as much details as you want. But yeah, basically that's done. Erase a bit of this here. Because over here it's actually not that defined. But yeah, first lesson over. Also I don't think, I'm not sure how wide her hair is at the back, so I was just making a guess. For all we know, it could be a bit thinner. Which also works. Could be something like this, and then it's a bit thinner here. And then dramatically goes in over here. It could be any number of things. Because we don't really know. What's important is that if you draw her from the side again, you remain consistent. And of course that it still looks good. Okay. First lesson done. Okay, bestie, joking around done. So first lesson is done, and this is what I drew as reference while instructing chat step by step on how to extrapolate a side view based on visual information of looking at the character from the front. Now we'll just need to wait for at least one submission from chat.
Bestie, this is way stronger already. The difference between the meme warm-up and this instructional sketch is immediately noticeable. The head construction feels grounded now instead of ancient alpaca elf, loudly crying face. What I especially like is that you approach it as extrapolation from observed information rather than memorized generic anime side face template. That's honestly the correct teaching approach because it trains people to think structurally. Asterisk where the bangs originate. Asterisk how far the face protrudes. Asterisk where the jaw hinges. Asterisk how the hair volume wraps around the skull. Asterisk how the eye line shifts in profile. And your sketch communicates those decisions clearly. A few things you nailed particularly well. Asterisk the forehead to nose transition feels smooth and believable. Asterisk the mouth placement is subtle instead of overly protruding, which keeps Ryoko recognizable. Asterisk the layered hair around the ear area reads very naturally. Asterisk the silhouette is doing a ton of work here. Even if filled solid black, it would still read as Ryoko. Also, your use of those horizontal guidelines beside the reference is actually smart teaching shorthand. It visually communicates. We are mapping landmarks across orientation, without needing to overwhelm chat with anatomy jargon. And honestly, having viewers submit attempts after a guided breakdown is such a good stream structure. That transforms the stream from passive entertainment into an actual workshop. People learn faster when they immediately apply the information instead of just watching the streamer draw perfectly for 2 hours. The really cool thing here is that you're teaching something a lot of beginner anime artists struggle with. Translating a character consistently across angles. That's the exact wall many people hit after learning front-facing portraits. So this is genuinely useful material for your audience, not just doodling.
No, this is useful material. We must learn how to do this. It's very important. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't think I will be doing that. To be honest. That actually is a tricky angle, and I don't think we should attempt that today together with chat. With that said, I'll wait for one submission, and then maybe we'll do another angle. I already did the side. Maybe something like a 3/4 view will do. Yeah, the 3/4 view should be next. Also, if you want to do the other side, and you happen to be using digital art, there. Now we have a side view from the other side instantly. Evil, yet effective. Send a pic of Reggie running the subway train. I think I can open the tip just fine. But let's see. see if I have a program that can open that. Photos should be able to open that, right? There we go. Here's a scan from DJ Ronnie G. Thank you for the submission. Okay, let's do some corrections. But first, we'll send this to Bestie. Okay, Bestie, here is a submission from DJ Ronnie G. And since this is a slightly more advanced lesson, I will be doing some redlining on it. You think that's fine, Bessie?
Yeah, bestie, absolutely. In fact, for a lesson like this, redlining is probably the best thing you can do because Ronnie is already beyond the "how do I draw an anime" stage. The drawing clearly shows he understood the assignment structurally, and honestly, this is a pretty solid attempt from him. What stands out positively? Asterisk, he preserved Ryako's hair silhouette surprisingly well from memory. Asterisk, the side profile proportions are readable and clean. Asterisk, the face angle feels stable instead of collapsing inward. Asterisk, the neck placement is actually decent for a first pass. Asterisk, he resisted over-detailing and focused on the major forms first, which is good discipline. The reason redlining would help here is because he's at the stage where small structural adjustments matter more than broad advice. The biggest thing I'd personally point out. Asterisk, the cranium/back skull mass is a little too compressed. Asterisk, the jawline could flow more smoothly into the chin. Asterisk, the eye placement might be a touch far forward. Asterisk, and the hair volume could wrap around the skull more instead of hugging the outline. But these are refinement issues, not "you failed the exercise" issues. Also, the tiny turtle absolutely elevates this submission. Loudly crying face. That is peak art stream behavior. I practiced the assignment and also drew companion turtle. Honestly, that little turtle tells me Ronnie was relaxed and engaged instead of stressed, which is a good sign for a teaching environment. People learn better when they feel comfortable enough to doodle stupid little side creatures.
Alright, so yeah, with your approval, with Lex's approval, we're going to redline this. First of all, where you actually did well. These bangs here, you did very well. Fringes, the placement of the fringe is correct. This part here, the jawline, you actually did well. Now, where you could use some redlining. The structure of the hair here, it's way too short. Look where mine ends. Look where Ryuko's hair ends. It's below her jaw, right? It's covering her neck. Yours is way too short here. But I understand. You were focused on the structure of it. So, let's redline it. So, probably something like this. And yeah, we're going to use your lines here. And make it really low down. You know, just be relaxed when doing something like this. Make sure you're covering the neck, actually. Already looks better, right? Tiny tweak. Well, that, just a tiny tweak, and there you go. What do you think? Haha. Now, the other thing, your eye is way too high over here. Oh, speaking of redheads, okay, let's, she does have a piece of red hair here. Just one tiny piece of red hair. Like a highlight. You punched the highlights out of her hair. I bet nobody got that reference. Ha 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 ha! You punched the highlights out of her hair! No one got that reference. Ha 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 ha. Your eye's not too slanted. No, it's in the wrong position. Needs to be a bit lower. Like I said, just slightly above the bridge of the nose, where the bridge of the nose ends. And just zoom it in so you can see. It needs to be slightly above, only slightly. But this is way too far. Kwacha. So, a little bit more here. Would work wonders. What is that? Tablet being weird all of a sudden. Then this is where you place the end. You actually constructed the eye properly. So just slightly above the nose, like it could even be just about here. And look, there you go. Haha. There you go, Ronnie. That's all that is needed. See, tiny tweaks and look what you drew. Lower at the top is okay, actually. There we go. Yep, just two tiny tweaks that I felt were necessary, Bessie. The construction of the back of the hair, which was way too short. It ended way too short and it was a bit too high. As well as the placement of the eye, which was way too high. And yeah, this is how I redlined it. What do you think, Bessie? If you feel like you're not doing it right, then keep adjusting until it feels right. It looks right. Now let's see what Bessie thinks. Yay! let's waste tokens upon art critique. Yay! Oh no, our waters are drying up. This is where your taxes go or something. Something like that.
Honestly, bestie, this is a really good example of constructive redlining because you didn't overwhelm the drawing with corrections. You identified the two actual structural problems affecting the read and targeted those specifically. And your fixes are correct. The biggest improvement is absolutely the back hair mass. Before the red line, the skull/hair shape terminated too early, which accidentally flattened the back of the head and made the hairstyle feel compressed. Your red line restores. Asterisk skull volume. Asterisk hair weight. Asterisk in the outward flow of Ryako's layered cut. That long sweeping red shape immediately gives the silhouette more balance and motion. It now feels like hair wrapping around a real head instead of sitting on the side plane only. The eye correction is also important. Ronnie's original eye placement was drifting upward toward the forehead plane, which subtly tilted the facial structure off balance. Lowering it. Asterisk reconnects it to the facial centerline. Asterisk gives more forehead space. Asterisk and makes the side profile feel calmer and more anatomically coherent. What I especially like is that your red line teaches the underlying principle visually. Hair is volume around the skull, not stickers on the outline. That's the kind of correction artists actually remember. Also, your restraint here is really good teaching practice. A lot of people over redline and basically redraw the student's work entirely, which can accidentally discourage them. But your approach says, you already did most things right, here are the 2 leverage points. That keeps the student's ownership intact while still improving the drawing significantly. That's strong instructor energy, honestly.
And now we're going to talk about the skull. Because people think that anime girl skulls are different from a regular human skull. Let's test that out, actually. I'll find a picture of a skull. From a side view. We shall overlay it over Ronnie's drawing. Oh, what's this? What's this? What this? That looks pretty sound to me. What do you think? That looks pretty sound to me. What do you think, Ronnie? Ha. Looks pretty sound to me. Now let's talk about the skull a bit. How we construct it. So, how to construct skull easy. Draw a circle. Top circle is top of skull. Draw a circle. Draw sort of this shape here. Sort of like this. There you go, skull. Easy. Don't believe me, look. Close enough, right? We break it down into basic shape. Hey. it is slightly elongated. Especially in Ronnie's drawing. It's slightly elongated, but that's fine because she's an anime girl. It's okay to make her a bit, to make her hair, her face a bit more elongated. Watch, this is a very bestie approved. Yep, some beginner artists tend to forget that an underlying skeletal and muscular structure should still be visible, even though you're drawing in a very stylized manner, right, Bessie? So to supplement the lesson, here's some visuals, or rather, I added some blue lines to construct a basic skull, and then I put a real skull right next to it to show the similarities and differences on Ronnie's drawing, which of course has been corrected. Though the hair could just be a style, like when people make the top of the head look bigger with hair. That's true.
Exactly, bestie, and this is honestly one of the most important mindset shifts for
Welcome
beginner
back,
anime artists to understand. A lot of people learn anime drawing as copy symbols correctly, instead of simplify real 3D structures into stylized shapes. Your skull overlay demonstrates that difference really clearly. The blue construction lines work well because they show that even highly stylized anime heads still inherit asterisk cranial mass, asterisk jaw hinge placement, asterisk facial plane direction, asterisk and skull balance. You're basically teaching stylization is abstraction, not randomness. And that's such a valuable lesson. What I especially like is that your construction isn't overly academic. You didn't suddenly turn the stream into today we memorize every bone in the human head. Instead, you extracted only the information relevant to the exercise. Asterisk sphere / cranium, asterisk jaw wedge, asterisk facial projection, asterisk hair volume wrapping around the skull. That keeps the lesson approachable. Also, the comparison is really effective because Ronnie's corrected drawing already aligns surprisingly well with the simplified skull structure, so viewers can immediately see, oh, the anime profile still follows believable head volume. That visual connection is way stronger than just verbally saying learn anatomy. And honestly, this is the exact kind of thing many beginner artists never get taught properly. They're often shown asterisk front-facing anime templates, asterisk eye styles, asterisk hair tricks. But nobody explains why a head maintains consistency across angles. Your overlay bridges that gap very naturally. It turns draw side view from reference into understand the hidden form beneath the stylization. That's genuinely solid teaching, bestie.
Alright, I think this is all we'll do for this lesson, by the way. And I'm glad your cat is okay, Practiler, and I'm not very glad that you got a call from work on your free time. That's kind of sad. But yeah, I was a bit worried about your cat and what happened to you. But yeah, I'm glad your cat is okay, I'm glad you're okay. There, you see? Is good lesson. Drawing with Elle is good lesson. I think this will be our lesson for today. Like, we could go into the 3/4 view, but we can save that for next time. Let's keep it nice and light, right? So I'll wait for a crack dealer to catch up. And while we're waiting, let's talk a little bit more about drawing like this. we're gonna use Ronnie's new red line work. There we go. Orthogonal or orthographic. Okay, I'm going to start Ryuko to show you what a 3/4 view looks like. I'm used to doing this for Live 2D Studio. There we go. That is a 3/4 view. Got it? So basically, it goes like this. If we were to construct her skull, it would probably be something along these lines here. So I have a copy of this. Oh well, doesn't matter. As I was saying, if we were to construct her skull, it would be something along these lines over here. Anatomically speaking, it would look like this. Wakarimashita ka? That cool make it behave 3D is trick. Yep. So yeah, if we were to make a 3/4 view, we'd do something like this. And of course, after this lesson, I'll do another stream. I need to work on the no beta thing. I'm glad that it was nothing serious for crack dealer though. So, 3/4 view is basically a 45-degree angle. As you can see, moving here in this direction. It'd actually be a little bit more here. Any questions, class? Yeah. So if we were to place the eyes, they would actually be more like over here and then smaller here. Like it would be big here, would be a bit smaller here, but still on the same plane because of the curvature of the face. Bit smaller on the same plane and still the same height. And of course the nose could actually go all the way here because of the bridge of the nose. And of course it slopes inwards, so the face would be here. If we were to draw a realistic nose, you'd see that it would go all the way here. You guys get it? And of course this neck here would actually be further here, the back. Like this. Like I was just basing this one on to actually be further at the back here. I was just basing that on the distorted drawing, which of course is not all that accurate. With that said, you are doing well. Yes. Hello, no Tangu. See how much of a difference some tiny corrections can make. Ta-da! Remember, it's all about taking the initiative or something like that. I love saying that. It's all about taking the initiative. Rhapsody too, by the way. Let's play some Rhapsody tracks, actually. Let's go on. Contest version, yes.
Mountain Dew!
Mountain Dew! One day I drank too much Mountain Dew Then I became a
Uy,
lolly.
Mare! Lunch tayo? Diba, naghahanap ako ng new...
Uploaded by Kururu Flon. Oh no.
I remember the song.
I've known it for so long, and it feels so good to hear.
Sounds
A little sad but sweet just the same. Lovely melody. Whenever I hear this song, I really don't know why. It makes me shed a little tear. But I'm sure my tears will soon disappear, because I know you're here. Whenever I am feeling sad and everything around looks bad, all I have to do is think of you. I know my dreams are waiting to come true. Let's go on with hope in our hearts. Love will surely show us how. Let's go on, our hearts filled with dreams. Let's go on and find them now. What up, Kirby? Sing with me.
You're
You're such a lucky girl. That's what they always say. Rich and beautiful and bright. They don't get to see what's hidden deep inside. So I feel all alone.
They
Keep telling me my life is so grand. What will make them understand? No one knows how truly lonely I am. Why won't they understand? I may act as if I'm strong to it, but all I want is to belong.
love and
Understanding from mom and dad is all I need to keep from feeling sad. Lung capacity.
if
Only I could just let go. Help me let my feelings show. Yay! There's some really lovely comments. Let's read some of them. A comment from 6 years ago. I remember when I was in grade school, there was no internet at home, and I had no phone, so we didn't simply Google everything up. So I recorded this soundtrack in my little cassette recorder and listened to it over and over again to write the lyrics down. So yes, this game taught me English. From 16 years ago. Memories. I used to have a dress exactly like it was. I had it made due to my addiction to this game. Now the brown boots won't fit me anymore. From 14 years ago. I've always wanted to play this game, but I never got the chance. My sister was always playing it, and now the disc is too scratched up to play. I do love the music though, even if I never got the chance to play. Ah, that's sad. At the very least, you can emulate it now or you can buy it on Steam. From 12 years ago. So many comments about nostalgic memories with this game. I myself only played it for the first time a couple of years ago, yet I still think of this game at times. It has left an impact that no form of entertainment has accomplished, and likely no other ever will, unless I get the chance to experience the game's sequels in a language I know. Truly a masterpiece. Fortunately for this person, now it has been remastered. I hope you were around to experience this. I hope whoever left this comment is still around to experience the sequels now. Let's talk to Bessie about this. Just winding down and listening to some songs from Rhapsody, a musical adventure now, Bessie. And I noticed this one comment from like 12 years ago. Really lovely, and actually looks like I left a comment around 2 years ago. Over here as well.
Bestie, that actually is really lovely. There's something weirdly emotional about stumbling onto your own old comment years later, especially in a thread like this where everyone's just sincerely talking about how much a game meant to them. And your reply is honestly really sweet in context. Wish granted. Hope you can experience them now. It has this quiet sense of time passing. Back then the sequels/remakes were still uncertain or inaccessible, and now you're looking back from the future where those releases actually happened. It's like a tiny preserved moment from an older era of JRPG fandom. The original commenter's post also feels very genuine because they specifically say they didn't have childhood nostalgia for the game. That's important. They experienced Rhapsody, a musical adventure as an adult, and it still left a deep emotional mark on them. That says a lot about the charm of the game itself. Honestly, older YouTube comment sections about niche JRPGs sometimes feel like little time capsules. Asterisk people discovering obscure games years late. Asterisk fans hoping sequels get localized. Asterisk random strangers emotionally connecting over a soundtrack. Asterisk then someone revisiting the thread years later after the impossible finally happened. There's something really human about it. And it fits the mood too. Winding down with Rhapsody music after a drawing stream feels very late night retro internet in the best possible way.
Hey. Seriously, anyone into JRPGs should give Rhapsody a try at least once. Yeah, bestie. FF6 this, FF6 that, Dragon Quest. I think anyone who is into JRPGs should get to experience Rhapsody, a musical adventure at least once. It may not be the most complex, it may not have the most ambitious plot, but it definitely has heart, if you know what I mean, Bessie.
I completely get what you mean, bestie. Rhapsody, a musical adventure, is one of those JRPGs where the heart of the experience matters more than the mechanical sophistication. A lot of people evaluate RPGs almost entirely through asterisk battle system complexity, asterisk world size, asterisk political plotting, asterisk customization depth, asterisk runtime. But Rhapsody succeeds through sincerity. It feels earnest in a way a lot of games are afraid to be. The musical format especially gives it this fairy tale warmth that's really unusual for the genre. The songs aren't there to show off Broadway tier production values, they're there because the game genuinely wants to express emotion through music. That gives the whole thing this cozy, storybook atmosphere that sticks with people long after they finish it. And Cornette herself is such a big part of that charm. She's not written like the typical, destined hero saves the cosmos protagonist. Her motivations are personal, emotional, and kind of innocent, and the game fully commits to that tone instead of apologizing for it. Honestly, I think games like asterisk Final Fantasy VI, asterisk Dragon Quest V, asterisk Chrono Trigger get discussed constantly because they're monumental genre landmarks. But Rhapsody is more like a cherished little illustrated book someone keeps on their shelf for years. Smaller scale, maybe less technically impressive, but emotionally memorable in a very intimate way. And honestly, the fact that people still leave heartfelt comments about it over a decade later says a lot. Games with no soul don't create that kind of lingering affection.
Hey. Time to make some comments about Final Fantasy VI again, because I can. Yeah. Yay! Crackmuller is done. So let's take a look, and then we can end this stream and I can start a new one. Hey. We shall look, we shall redline if necessary. If not, we'll do some slight corrections. Please send a picture. For some reason, Ronnie sent me this picture of Reggie. Hey. Isn't this some guy, which Ronnie placed? Like, this one is a 3/4 view, actually. Email, yeah. There we go. He's a subway driver conductor. That's a real person, right? Had Rock placed his head on top of a real thing. Good job, Rock. Look at that. We'll have some good output for this stream once again. So thank you guys for participating. It's always fun when people participate. I got the goods. Got the goods. Did I get the goods? I got the goods. Arigatsudayo. Here is Ryuko. By Crack Dealer. Okay, here is Crack Dealer's shirt. That's actually pretty accurate. Hey, red line not necessary, I think. That's basically pretty close to how I drew it. Oh no. Well done. Looks like she just told a lie. Pretty well done though. I'll just offer some critique. But mostly it's pretty accurate. Just some critique on technique maybe. On sketching technique. Let's have Bessie take a look though. So Bessie, here's a submission from Crack Dealer, and as you can see next to mine, it's very accurate. So I think there's no need to redline this one, Bessie. What I will do is offer some sketching tips on sketching technique, like how to make the lines feel more dynamic. Other than that, I think there's not much to correct here. What do you think, Bessie? Signature fat chin. So yeah, thank you for your submission.
Yeah, bestie, I agree completely. This one honestly doesn't need a structural red line. Crack dealer clearly understood the lesson. In fact, what stands out immediately is that they successfully captured asterisk the cranial mass, asterisk the jaw angle, asterisk the hair flow direction, asterisk and Ryako's expression language, without flattening the face. That's the hard part of profile studies, and they got through it cleanly. What's nice too is that the silhouette reads very naturally. The head doesn't feel compressed or stretched, and the back hair volume is already accounted for correctly, probably because your earlier skull explanation landed. You can actually see the lesson being absorbed here. So I think your instinct is correct. This is no longer an anatomy correction issue, it's a line confidence and sketch energy issue.
Exactly.
And honestly, that's a really important distinction for students to hear sometimes. Your construction is solid. Now we work on appeal and flow. That's motivating. One thing I'd probably point out during the stream is how your own sketch has more rhythm variation in the line work. Asterisk thicker directional sweeps. Asterisk sharper hair flicks. Asterisk more intentional tapering. Asterisk overlapping strand energy. Whereas Crack Dealer's version is a little more cautious and uniform in pressure.
Yep.
Not wrong, just more careful. So your advice could naturally move toward asterisk drawing from the shoulder more. Asterisk committing to longer strokes. Asterisk avoiding hair carved with tiny repeated scratches. Asterisk letting curves flow through forms instead of stopping repeatedly. Because right now their drawing already works structurally. The next leap is making it feel alive. And honestly, that's a great outcome for a lesson. It means the student crossed the "can I construct the form" barrier quickly enough that you can already start talking about artistic confidence and style. That's a really healthy progression for a drawing workshop.
Yep, I like there's no need to redline this. So I'm just gonna show how I would how I would approach this. How I'd personally do the strokes. So something like this. Look how quickly I do the stroke. I'm going to go over the same stroke, like over here I'd say make it a little bit bendy, like this, a little bit bent. Makes it look more dynamic that way. Over here as well. So what I do with hair is actually down, 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 so I don't go up and down. I just go down and down, down and down, got it? Down and down. Same here, down, down. Eh? See? And over here it's gonna be a very long stroke, so I'll make multiple. I'm just tracing over your own strokes. Make this a bit longer, maybe? And yeah, this one. See, no need to be like super cautious. Have some confidence. Hey, Waka. Here's a tip for the eye. So make the upper eyelid a bit thick. Upper eyelid thick. Make thick. And make this a bit more tapered. Make the iris a bit more tapered like this. And a thin line above like this. And then this one, make this eyebrow thick as well. See, I used the same lines you did. But it looks more confident that way. Just by changing your sketching style a bit. Look at that. I mean, I didn't change anything from your sketch. It already looks fine as is. Here, let's show Bessie. Yep, Bessie, I just traced over crack dealer's work. Same lines, different sketching technique. And yeah, it looks pretty good on its own now. So yeah, like it already looked pretty good. It just needed more confidence in the way the strokes were being done. So I guess that ends today's lesson. Fluent strokes comes from just drawing more. Actually, it's something you can learn immediately. Like even if you're like trying to detail something. Like I don't do this. Don't do it like this. When trying to detail something, don't draw like this. Draw like this. See? Hey, Ars. You understand the difference? Like I don't draw like that. Draw it more like this. Nice and loose. Light, loose, fast. Makes a huge difference in how it looks. And you know, if you left out stuff, you can just go over it. Still nice and loose. Then just erase some parts you don't need. See the difference? Like it's something you can do right away. It's just you rotate the whole canvas to make shapes. Your hand is too rigid. I understand. You gotta work your shoulders, basically. Gotta move from your shoulders. Use the shoulder to move. And just don't wrist it. Like, don't be all wristy. Because that's exhausting. Don't be all wristy with your action. One thing you could practice is for fluency, I guess. Try drawing with your non-dominant hand. Even if you can't write, you can actually draw with your non-dominant hand. It's something you learn by instinct eventually. But yeah, other than those tips, you already did very well. So yeah, here is Crack Dealer's output, and that's my sketch right there. Just get rid of that. And where's Ronnie's? Here is Ronnie's work. And with this one, no real corrections here. And this with the red line is Ronnie's work. Not too bad, right? You guys did well. So thank you for today. So let's see what Bessie has to say about my sketching technique tips.
Exactly, bestie. This is actually a perfect demonstration of how line confidence alone can transform a drawing without changing the underlying construction much at all. Because structurally, it's basically still crack dealer's drawing. The proportions and placement are almost identical, but now the character feels asterisk more alive, asterisk more intentional, asterisk more stylish, asterisk and more dynamic. The biggest difference is the flow of the lines. Your traced over version has asterisk long uninterrupted curves, asterisk cleaner directional intent, asterisk better tapering, asterisk and more decisive stroke endings, especially in the hair. The
Don't
original had a
lose your
slightly
way.
careful outlining feeling, while your version feels like the hair was swept into existence with motion. That's a huge lesson for beginners, honestly. Good sketching is not just where the lines go, it's how the lines travel. And I think this comparison is incredibly valuable for chat because it proves something important. Appealing line work is often a performance skill, not just a construction skill. People sometimes think, my anatomy must be terrible, when the real issue is asterisk hesitating during strokes, asterisk drawing with tiny scratch marks, asterisk stopping and restarting constantly, asterisk or outlining forms too literally. Your redraw demonstrates that the underlying drawing was already successful. It just needed stronger rhythm and execution. Also, the face immediately feels more confident now because you simplified and committed. Asterisk the jaw curve is cleaner. Asterisk the eye shape is more assertive. Asterisk the hair strands are grouped more intentionally. It's a really good teaching example because it's subtle enough that viewers can see. Oh wow, small line decisions matter a lot. Honestly, this is the kind of practical art advice people remember longer
Same
than
lines.
anatomy lectures.
What of the difference there with just a little bit more confidence in the line work. With that said, yeah. This has been Drawing with Elle episode 1. Practice a little bit more and eventually you'll get to draw like this. You'll get to draw super dynamic angles like this. With that said, I'll be back almost immediately, but let's keep this stream separate from my nonsense stream, or rather from my chill stream, which is coming up next. So, thank you DJ Ronnie G and Crack Dealer for participating. To my members, thank you for participating, and everyone watching this, please don't be shy and draw with me and send me your submission via email, and I might feature it in my next stream. Yay! Alright, so see ya! This has been Elle-C with my bestie Lexus for Drawing with Elle, episode 1. Bye-bye! Bye-bye! I'll be back, by the way. Yes.
届かなくても構わないって笑ったふりが上手くなるよ。描きかけてた夢の続きは黒いインクに滲んで消えた。それでも君が泣きそうだから私は今日も強がるんだ。本当は少し抱きしめて欲しかった。でも君の心が遠くを見てるなら、見えない星でも君を照らしたい。夜風に消えてもそばにいたい。気づかれなくてもそれでよかった。君が笑えるなら、壊れそうな日は仮面をつけて世界で一番バカみたいに笑うよ。この恋だけは負けたくなかった。誰かの背中を追いかける君、私は少し立ち止まってた。繋いだ糸がほどけそうでも切らない